Hello. In this video, I will be telling you about some tactics to fighting the Doboru. For cutting damage, the best places that you want to attack for when fighting him are his humps, his hinder legs, his head, and his stomach and tail. Some other parts that aren't as great damage that you can attack on are his arms, the end of his tail, and his horns. For hammer, or impact damage, the best places to attack are his humps, his hind legs, the end of his tail, and some other places for good damage are his arms, stomach, head, and horns. And if you are using a gun, the best spots to shoot at are his tail end, his hind legs, the humps on his back, his head, and then some other spots are his arms, stomach, and horns. His greatest weaknesses are fire, then followed up by both lightning and ice. Pitfall traps are excellent to use against him because it allows you to attack the humps on his back for a large amount of time, dealing massive damage to him. Shock traps are decent because you can use them to attack his tail, crack it, and possibly break it off. And meat doesn't work on him because he's an herbivore. Some attacks that the Doboru has are his charge, which, let's see, well, that's his hip check, what he just did. Let's see what I can name here. This is his helicopter spin. When he does this, he can do 3 different things. He can stay on the ground and throw his tail at you. He can do what he just did, which is launch himself up into the air, spin, and land on top of you. Or he can just jump into the air, or not jump, but launch his tail at you, and he will fling himself into the air, coming at you with his tail. That is another attack that he just did right there. That is his, I believe it's called his aerial tail smash, I want to say, where he just takes a couple steps, launches himself up into the air, and body slams onto you. Just, there we go, again. When he does this, if you are close enough to him, you want to, or if you're close to the end of him, I like to attack the tail to break it. Otherwise, always go for general body parts like his hind legs. When he does this attack, that one, just, there's nothing you can really do to attack during that. I don't know why I dived there, but whatever. That is just his signature move, which would be his tail smash. What he just did on me just then was his charge. That's a simple tail swing. Let's see. I'm waiting for him to do the spinning move again. That's his, I want to say his charge, because his headbutt is, I think, when he steps back and then charges at you. So now he's moving to the other area. Oh, this is pre-recorded, if you were wondering. Once again, his tail smash, very easy to dodge. Okay, now you can see that he's exhausted, which gives you excellent damage on him. I like to, well, when he's exhausted, you can abuse it so much because you can get so much damage off him. And right there you saw that I cracked his tail. when he does a certain attack, you can mine from his tail. Now right here, you see that he's exhausted and he's doing this little spinny thing. So as soon as he does the first rotation of his spin, you want to start to run towards him, because then he's going to trip. And if you're using a hammer, do one triple pound on his humps, and don't do another one because you'll start to miss the attack. Just start to run at him. If you're using a sword, I don't know, I haven't fought him with a sword really. I just use hammer on him because it's easy and hammers are a great weapon. Let's see. I believe he's going to do another helicopter spin in a moment. Oh, that was his multi-bite, I want to say. Very weak attack, easy to dodge. Here we go. He's going to do another tail spin right here. Right here is when you start to want to run at him. When his tail is at its full length and it just passes you is when you want to start to run at him. And right there, you saw that I broke his humps. You can do massive damage to him once you break his humps on his back. Okay, now he's in rage mode, which is slightly harder, not really. When he turns around, you don't always think he's going to leave the area, because he might just do that. Turn around and hit you with his tail. That's the move that I get hit by the most right there, is his charge and headbutt, because when I'm attacking his stomach, I'll always be in the middle of a triple pound, and he'll back up and then start to attack, and you can't really dodge, roll out of it if you're swinging. Okay, now when he's doing this attack, you can time it good to, as soon as the tail passes you, you can try to run past him and attack his feet. If you can get in there and start to attack his feet, there's a good chance that you will be able to knock him over and he'll trip. And you can attack his humps and he will most likely drop a shiny, so that's good. I believe he is about to do the attack which lets you mine from his tail. I believe he does it after this little taunt, or this one. Or after he goes into rage mode. Okay, this is the village quest if you didn't know. From mining his tail, you can get, the most common is a Doboruberuku tail. Okay, this is the attack, sorry. You can run up to his tail, and if it's cracked, you can mine it once, I believe. You can get a Doboruberuku tail, a Doboruberuku shell, or a Doboruberuku tailbone, which is the most uncommon. From a shiny, you can get Wyvern Tears, Doboruberuku Moss, or Doboruberuku Cob. I believe I am going to break his tail off in a moment. I think so. See right there, I just ran past his tail and I'm in here attacking him. I don't make him trip because I didn't really hit him too much, but it's whatever. I might break it off right here, I'm not too sure. I don't think I do. No. Oh yeah. I rarely break his horns because whenever I try to, I often bounce off of his head because, well, his horns are fairly hard, and also when using a hammer, when you try to knock him out and aim for his head, a lot of the times you'll end up hitting his horns, which is frustrating because then you bounce off and it doesn't do as much damage. So right here he falls over again. I just run up to him and attack his humps immediately. Once I get off that first triple pound, I just start to move closer to him because I know that if I start another triple pound, I'll miss. So you just keep attacking. Watch out for his tail swings. And that multi-bite. Yeah. Shock traps. I mentioned this before. They're good for attacking his tail. Okay, there we go. I broke his tail. This is one of, if not the only monster where you can break their tail by using a hammer. So after breaking the tail, there will be no more quake. So when he does his tail slam, when he hits the ground with his tail, he won't deal any more quake, which is good because it's very aggravating when you're by his tail and you get hit by his tail because of the quake. Let's see, what else is there to talk about? Oh yeah, I don't know if I get knocked out in this video. Not knocked out, but stunned. A lot of times he will stun you when fighting him because his hammer, his tail, does do knockout damage to you. So that's also very aggravating. And right here, I placed down a pitfall trap because it's a great idea, and that is a attack that gets me a lot of times. I don't expect that attack. And right here, I believe I kill him after this next triple pound. Yeah, so he's not too hard of a monster at all. I believe I killed him in 12 minutes 41 seconds. That's pretty much it. Let's see, what else can I talk about? He didn't do it in this video, but when he needs to regain stamina, he eats wood. When crafting his weapons, you can't just go and simply start to craft them. You have to go off a certain weapon tree to get to it and then craft it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I've rambled on for long enough. This is the part of the video that I just kind of walk around and get a good camera shot, because this is what me and my friends used to do. See who could get the better picture at the end, and this is what I got. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This was one of the better runs that I did. I did a live commentary of it when I was doing it, but I didn't like it, so I just decided to do a post commentary of it. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next videos.